What's good, my little committee? Welcome back to another lovely, beautiful, sexy, amazing video with the equally lovely, equally beautiful, equally sexy, and equally amazing lit tie. You already know what time it is. Now let's go. Now the landlord himself, the one that's knocking on every person's door saying, I got your money. Giggs, the deepest voice in the UK, no cap, has dropped his latest album or project, or mixtape. I think it's a mixtape, and it's called Now or Never. And he actually dropped this spontaneously. Like, Giggs is really feeling himself. This guy did no promo. He didn't drop no single. He just said, I'm dropping this album and you guys are going to eat it up, and that's going to be it. And it's been quite a while since we've heard from Giggs, you know. I thought when I saw him drop, I thought he must be confident about the project if he's dropping spontaneously. And I can't lie, I really had to sit on this one for a few days. The first impression was just meh. And then upon listening to it again, you know, some of the tracks start to stand out a bit more. But I don't know, it was cool. It was a cool project, I'll say that. It was a cool project. It wasn't bad by any means, but it's not jumping out at me crazy, if you understand what I mean. But I'll get into it more. You know, I'm going to do my usual, you know what time it is. I'm going to break down some of my favorite tracks on the album and then give you what I thought overall my out of 10 rating. So without further ado, let's get into it. So he starts off the track with a song called Now or Never, and he was basically coming with kind of it sounded like a bit of an alien, out of this world type of beat. And I assume that was the kind of vocal aesthetic he wanted to go for throughout the whole album, because he obviously, on the front cover of the album, I'm just going to call it an album because I can't keep saying project or mixtape. On the front cover of the album, it has like earth and then his like hands over it or something like that. So I'm guessing he's going for like an out of world experience. But yeah, it was very alien-y, kind of Star Trek-y. And then, but as soon as Giggs touches that beat and he's got that grimy voice, that gully with it, like, oh, you know I can sing. You already know what time it is. He's coming hard. And you know, Giggs always has them like those like corny lines, there's like silly little bars like gingerbread man or something. He'll say some silly like that. But I feel like with Giggs could say anything and it sounds hard no matter what. This guy could be talking about picking up daffodils and daisies, but if he's like, picked up a daisy, shit was crazy, should I get another one? I think so, maybe. Like,
that's not the way you sing that song, man.
That sounds hard. That sounds hard. So whatever Giggs says, it sounds hard. No homo. Pause. The next track was All Spinach, and he kind of turns up the tempo a little bit here. It's got like a little like catchy hook to it here, and just the same. He's using the same flow from KMT, and he hasn't really changed his style, which at first I thought was kind of reassuring, but as the album goes on, it does start to get a little bit tiresome. But I'll talk about that more later. And another track I liked was Debonair, and Giggs kind of got into his 90s bag here, and he had like a little Jay-Z kind of reference in here. But the beat really carries this song, to be honest. And again, Giggs was coming with the, you know, silly lyrics. And he ended with some weird Jamaican like sample of some Jamaican person shouting. I don't know. Maybe it's from a song. Maybe it's from a movie. Maybe it's some guy that he met outside of Brixton Station. I don't know. Then the next song was 100 Reps featuring Kais. And yeah, he recruited Kais for this one. And Kais comes hard on this verse. Like, I can't lie, he's got a good verse. And the beat here just sounds very, you know, grimy. And Giggs, again, just sticking to his roots with that because he is a grime artist. So nothing really to say there. Another song that I like was Change Me, the A Boogie feature. And A Boogie just jumped on and really upped the atmosphere of the whole track. He definitely made up for that foreigner verse that he's done. That was garbage. Absolute trash. But anyway, yeah, and Giggs even had to speed up his flow to keep up with A Boogie, because A Boogie was just going crazy on this, like going into falsetto and doing all that, you know, just typical A Boogie. And yeah, I just thought it's great to see more collaborations between the UK and the US. Now we got Heady One and Future, we got Giggs and A Boogie, we got Heady One and Drake and Dave and Drake. Like this, it's good to see that the UK and US are crossing over a bit more, and I hope that continues. Young T and Bugsy and the Baby as well. Let's not forget about them. In Branch Out, he had the same flow again. Kind of sounded like a song you would play in the gym. But Giggs is actually flowing on this, I can't lie. He was kind of flowing, kind of doing his thing on this. So I gotta give him credit there. Oh, Backbone, he got A-Star and Tiny Boost on this one. This one was a decent track. I wasn't ready for the I weren't ready for the accent switch when A-Star came on. I'm hearing he's like Backbone, Dochen. I said Dochen. But no disrespect, A-Star, you were sounding cold on the track, but I just wasn't ready for the amount of phlegm that you was gonna start spitting. No pun intended. But yeah, I heard him say the N-word, and I thought A-Star was white, so I was a bit like, huh? But then I did a quick, did my research, and A-Star is in fact black, so he has the right to say the N-word. So I'm gonna, I'm giving him an M-word pass, even though he doesn't need one, but I'm still giving him one. Because he said, I thought he was white at first, but he's not. So it's all good. And then on Everybody Dead, Giggs was going into his like bashment vibe on here. He seemed like he was trying to create like the same vibe from Lockdo. And I don't know who that DeMarvo guy is that was featured on the song, but he just gave like a typical Popcorn Vibes Cartel style of verse. So nothing too crazy, but it kept up with the vibe of the song, so can't be mad at that. Then the next track was Don't Be Shy, and that Obongjeya, I don't know how you say it, but that Obongjeya, that guy's chorus was trash. Absolute trash. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. No disrespect, but that was just trash. I don't know what he was doing on this track, but it just wasn't it. I don't know what he was doing, but I personally, I just couldn't rock with it. It just wasn't, yeah. I don't know. But Giggs had a good verse, but I don't know. That guy, he just sounded like a nonce on here. Like, I'm so sorry. No disrespect, please. No disrespect, but he just sounded like a nonce. And the next track I liked was I'm Working. Giggs slowing down the pace of the album here. And who better to do that with than my future wife, Georgia Smith. And it's funny, what I found so funny on here is that it's even when Giggs tries to make his voice sound gentle, it still sounds way deeper than mine is ever gonna be. He tried so hard to be a little bit gentle on here, but it still just sounded like he has a shank in his right pocket. He just sounds like a gangster about what he tries to do. So, but I was rocking with it. And yeah, Georgia Smith coming in with her typical style, singing, and she was actually like spitting her shit on it. I won't lie. Like, I think this is the first time I've ever heard Georgia Smith actually swear on a track. Now, I haven't listened to a lot of her music, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time I've heard her use more than 2 swear words in one verse. So I don't know who broke her heart, and it definitely wasn't me yet. But she sounds a bit she sounds a bit hurt on here, I can't lie. And if I'm honest, I like it. And then another track I liked was Straight Murder. Dave came in with a nice flow, of course. Last time we heard Giggs and Dave link up was when they did no, it wasn't called Lingo, it was called Peligro on Giggs's What Happened to Them project. And yeah, Dave just came in with a similar type of flow. It seems like Dave gives his best verses when he's on the track with Giggs, because that last verse from Peligro was Flames, and this is Flames too. And he even gave Kenza a little shout out, so can't be mad at that. But even Kenza's been in a bit of trouble on the TL lately. I don't know if you've seen, but she keeps getting herself in trouble. I don't know what she's doing, but anyway, that's besides the point. Overall, if I'm being very honest and very truthful, I think it's just time for Giggs to switch up that style now. That whole flow that he used on KMT. He's used it on basically every song on this project, and nearly every song on the What Happened to Them project. And I'm sure, I don't think I listened to the last album he dropped, the one that had Hello Baby, but yeah, I just think he needs to switch it up now. Like, we get that. I'm not gonna lie, that flow's hard. It's a hard flow, but if you overdo it, even no matter how good something is, if you overdo it, it's not gonna hit the same. So I feel like he just needs to maybe switch it up, maybe go back to some different flow. Because it's not hard to switch up a flow. Like, we're not asking him to switch up his whole musical style, but just switch up. Stop using that flow for now anyway. Maybe do next album you do something different, and then people start to miss it, and then you come back to it. But I'm just ready to hear something different from Giggs, because I think he just overdid that flow on this album a bit. And I love Giggs, don't get me wrong. Giggs, I mess with you heavy. I've been rocking with you since you made Talking the Hardest and it was on Channel U. So please don't take this the wrong way. I mess with you and your music, but I just felt like on this particular project, I was underwhelmed, and I wasn't expecting to be underwhelmed. When I saw you dropped a project, I clicked on it straight away because I'm thinking you're going to come with some heat. But this was just okay to me. I didn't really, I haven't gone back to this other than for purposes of making this video so I can have a quick deep dive into the music. Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this album a 6. It's a solid 6, you know. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. It's just okay. Like I can manage it. Yeah, a 6. I think a 6 is fair. Yeah, a 6 or 6.5. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you thought of the album. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What were your favorite tracks on the album? Let me know in the comment section down below. And let me know if you agree if Giggs should, switch up his flow or do something different. Or do you love that KMT flow and you just want him to keep it forever and just keep doing it on every album? You let me know in the comment section down below. And hit me on my Instagram. It's going to be right there. Twitter's going to be right there. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the Litty Committee. We're on the road to 200 subs. And yeah, stay black. And if you're not black, stay whatever race you are. I bet. Peace.
Oh, you ain't know I could sing.